Hi, I'm Glenn, City Valley Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team. Alright, so what I wanted to do was at least give you a heads up as to maybe answer some of the questions that have been coming in, specifically about the Blue River and some of the things that yours truly likes to bring with them. And a suggestion from one of the readers about fixing the net that I use, my do-it-yourself homemade wooden net. So let me go talk about that real quick, and then well, if you have any other questions, follow-ups, and whatnot, just put it in the comments, and yours truly will answer it as soon as possible. Okay, so let's start out with what to bring, at least some key things that I like having when I go to the Blue River. First thing, I like having a walking stick, wading stick, whatever you want to call it. This is one that I used. It was a stick that I picked up at the Blue River many years ago, several years ago. Anyways, what happened was I was out there fishing, and I got a little dunking, got wet, and soon after that I just picked up a stick and just started using this thing, and ever since then I just kept it. Got a little athletic tape here, got a little lanyard here, and I hook it onto my jacket, and a little athletic tape here, and it's kept me from falling since. So suggest, because there are some rocks that are in the river, suggest you have one of these, a walking stick, a wading stick, whatever you want to call it, but have a stick and be ready to use it. A 3-point surface, so when you're always have at least 2 or 3 points of contact, your stick, your feet, your hands, whatever, but be ready to keep from getting a dunking. Also, have those polarized glasses because you'll see those rocks, so it'll help you step, I guess, away from the deeper areas, the holes, as well as onto the rocks themselves, so that you can make it across the river to wherever you are going. And then going to the net. Okay, so I made this net several years ago. It's a wooden net made by some, I forget what, just some kind of pine and whatnot. I bent it, shaped it, and then I used some kind of wrapping for the frame itself, and then I put a little paracord deal with another lanyard here, and it hooks onto me, and it's been working well. I initially made my own net using some plastic lacing, rubber lacing, and I finally just bought one of these. It's this rubber replacement net, and it's worked really good. And to put it on there, I was initially going to just use some string or whatnot, or line, same line that I used here. But then I said, oh, I'll use these zip ties. And ever since then, I had these zip ties on here, and had a lot of folks saying, hey, you need to make sure you get the soft or the rough edges from the zip tie smoothed out. So I did it. So I've since smoothed them out, so no more rough edges on the zip tie where the connection is. And I pushed them down now so that they're away from the net, and it's here now all soft. So we got ourselves a catch and release friendly net, courtesy some suggestions from some of the folks out there. What I used to take care of that, here's the Kayak Iron that I use when I'm doing repairs to the kayak. I just kind of, it's like a soldering iron. I pretty much just solder the hole and add additional plastic and whatnot to the rip, the hole, the jagged, whatever. And it worked. Well, it worked also well with these zip ties. So I got myself a good catch and release net now. All right, and then the other thing I want to talk about with the Blue River is, well, the flies that we used the other day. Here it is, right here. Specifically the Pat's Near Deer. So it's an olive near deer, courtesy of Carrie Thorne, tarpon fly on the Texas Fishing Forum, who came up with this pattern. And it's been a good one, a game changer ever since we've used it. And I guess lately, like the last couple, 3-4 years, we noticed that these little rubber legs seem to make a difference in getting the trout to hit. And so we started using the patch rubber leg, courtesy of Zach, where we pick up his flies over there at Scotty's Blue River One Stop. And those work really well. Very hard to tie. I tend to just buy them instead of making them myself. But, oh, by the way, I just decided to go put on these little rubber legs on the olive near deer, and guess what? I got myself a Pat's Near Deer, and that's what was working the other day. In that video, you'll see yours truly using different, I guess, retrieves, especially using a cork strike indicator. I also had an airlock indicator, and used different drifts, a dead drift, followed the bubble line, and that worked, and eventually ended up having to switch over to some movement, a long pull with a faster retrieve, and then later on even some short pulls with more hesitation or pause between the pull and the retrieve. So, or pull and the hesitation. So a stop and go retrieve with a longer pause. That seemed to also work. And oh, by the way, we ended up getting our limit. So that was good. And I think some of those folks are out there over there on the Blue River this weekend at the Trout Derby, hoping that they're doing well, and maybe they've been able to well, maybe catch a fish or two using, be it the Pat's rubber leg, a Pat's near deer, or a near deer itself, or those other fish or other fishing flies that are available. So that is these things that we had that we wanted to talk about this round. Again, if you have any questions, any other suggestions and whatnot, do throw them our way. Definitely can talk fishing, do fishing. If I'm not fishing, just enjoy doing some fishing related things. And in this case, got my net fix, catch and release, good to go. Got my walking stick, it's still good to go, even though it's kind of getting old. And oh, by the way, I'll just replace it with another stick that I found out there floating around, be it on the Blue or lower Illinois or even the lower Mountain Fort. And then I got my fly box. All right, all for now. Next time, catch you later, and good luck and good fishing.